So just when you thought you couldn't see any more snowdrops, you come through to the bottom of the garden and there's this amazing valley of snowdrops, thousands upon thousands, all the way round. The days are getting longer, the sky is blue, the birds are singing, something's happening in the gardens. It's snowdrop time, and you know, snowdrops now have become this, there's a bit of a craze. There's more and more different varieties, different shades of white and green, even some yellows, and we've come to the Painswick Rococo Garden here in sunny Gloucestershire near Cheltenham to have a look round this garden that was designed around creating views and vistas and lots of interesting buildings. I don't know if you can see that one just behind me over there. So we've come to have a look around this garden and to look at the thousands and thousands and thousands of snowdrops. Come with us, have a look. So you can see what sort of conditions snowdrops thrive in. They're quite happy with a bit of shade, and that soil underneath those overhanging trees will have a bit of humus in there. That'll help the bulbs. They're perfect partners, snowdrops, to plants like these lovely Hellebores here, the Christmas roses, and a bit like the snowdrops, there's lots and lots of new varieties of Hellebores and Christmas roses becoming available. Lots of these pinks, and hopefully we'll see some more varieties of both the snowdrops and the Hellebores as we walk around these delightful gardens. So, come and have a look at these snowdrops. A lot of the new varieties that are being bred have included on trying to develop these little green patches that you can see on the petals. There's some marvellous combinations. I love this one. It's got a little kind of upside down love heart on the centre. I think that's what they call the corolla there, isn't it? The centre of the flower there. And you'll see a lot of these new varieties have got different combinations of green and white in the flowers. Tiniest little details that are being developed to create these new varieties of snowdrops. Yum yum yum. Now these fellas here actually was very hard to photograph. It looks like a snowdrop, but it's taller and slightly later flowering. That's a snowflake, they call that, leucojum. So that's worth looking out for. You can get some that flower later in the spring as well. We're here actually on the 15th of February, just in case you're wondering what time of year this is. And these snowdrops have been coming into flower for, well, I guess over the last few weeks. You know, there's a whole group of people that I've been describing to you who are breeding these new varieties of snowdrops. Galanthophiles, they're known as, because Galanthus is the kind of the family name for the snowdrops. And some of them have developed snowdrops that will flower as early as October, believe it or not. So shout out to my mate John Bent there up at Bent's Garden Centre in Cheshire, and he grows snowdrops that flower as early as October. So you could get, if you want to start joining this happy gang of Galanthophiles, you could get snowdrops that are flowering from October right through until, well, probably March. Can you imagine on a hot summer's day wandering out here, having cut the grass or something, you know, and you've got this plunge pool fed by what looks like a natural spring there. The water is crystal clear. I'm tempted to go and jump in. Maybe not today. So we've been wandering around for, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes. That's the top end of the garden there, with those viewing points and those lovely old buildings. You know, we talk about in modern garden design about this being the outdoor room, and this was designed back in the mid 1700s as an outdoor room. There were hundreds of years ahead of us, and we've kind of wandered down now. We're at the halfway point where there's this lovely lake here with the ducks, and I don't know how many thousands of snowdrops there. and we're heading down through the trees to the bottom where there's this snowdrop heaven down at the bottom of the garden. So let's go down and have a look.
Right, let's go and find this coffee.
So just when you thought you couldn't see any more snowdrops, you come through to the bottom of the garden and there's this amazing valley of snowdrops, thousands upon thousands, all the way round. $80,217, 2,819. We've seen quite a few families here, plenty of children running around having a good time. They've got a little kind of children's play area being well used by some adults here. It's a quieter area actually at the moment, despite the children. There's the pigeon house up there which you can go exploring in. But while we've been stood here, we've seen a woodpecker, a nuthatch, a robin and some sort of tree creeper all foraging around, and a blackbird fluttering around there. So it's a great place to come and spot some wildlife as well. And of course while you're here you can hug a tree or two. There's plenty to choose from. Ooh, I can see some crocus up there. These little guys are so important this time of the year for the bees. They keep quite a few beehives here at Painswick Garden, and the bees will be all over these crocus stamens this time of the year. Gorgeous. So, my verdict is this is a great place to come for a couple of hours with your beloved or with your family, and plenty to do. There's a lovely coffee shop, we had a nice meal, there's lovely cakes. We might just go back for some scones, and you know, if in doubt you could go on the seesaw. It's great. Actually, can I get off? I feel a bit sick.